It's time to change the narrative.
Let me just encourage you. I want to deal with the word they. Who is they? Recently, I shared a Zoom class with my young guys, and I kept hearing about this imaginary group called they. They won't let me get together. They need to do this or they need to do that. And I'm not only hearing that with the younger generation, I'm hearing that word they coming from people in the news and this whole election circus. I'm hearing the same word they in our local community. So I'm just curious as to who they is. My guess is that the word they represents some group of people, some system, some force outside of you that can stop you. So let me just share with you what I just recently shared with my young homies on Zoom. I asked them, do you believe that your voice counts? They said, not really. And they were mainly focused on their vote as opposed to their voice, but they mentioned things like politics and powerful positions and people who wouldn't listen to them based on their background, their demographic, or how they looked with all these tattoos, with all the other stuff they had going on. But let me just ask you what I asked them. Are you a victim? Because similar to that class, this podcast is called From Lockup to Legacy. And I don't want any of you to be offended, but there's this victim mentality that we all fall into from time to time that tends to blame somebody else or some system or some group of people for our current condition. So I'm dedicated to helping us believe that nothing is impossible with God. And if God created you, which I believe he did, this is a faith-based podcast, so I can't mention the name Jesus. We don't have to get deep. I respect your faith. Please respect mine. But I just believe that we're all created in the image or the likeness of God, which means if we have faith in his word, we have his attributes. We should be able to overcome any obstacle, even with all of our imperfections or flaws. The same God that you believe created you made you creative. So let me just get to my point. I am going to challenge you and myself every week to believe that if they don't give you a job, you can create one. If they don't give you an opportunity, you can make one. Listen, they told me I needed a publisher and a huge amount of money to publish a book. I didn't have that, so I went on Google and found out how to self-publish. Now I have a book on Amazon with my own official ISBN. The reason I give him praise in the midst of madness, shameless plug anyway. I saw a need for formerly incarcerated people to get back on their feet. I didn't talk about what other organizations should be doing or how they need to work on this or they should be doing that. I never mentioned they. My wife and I just got up and formed our own organization to help those in need. And now, after years of blood, sweat, tears, and yes, faith, we're fully functional. I could go on, but I'm probably just the wrong person to mention the word they to. They have no power over you. Listen. This is From Lockup to Legacy. I got more encouraging and challenging messages like this coming to you weekly. Please subscribe to Legacy Reentry Foundation YouTube channel. That's the Legacy Reentry Foundation YouTube channel. And check us out. If you need mentorship or further assistance, we have a case manager, a mentor, a life skill coordinator. Contact us at 800-573-8538. That's 800-573-8538. Or go to our website at www.legacyreentryfoundation.org so that we can get you the help that you and I both need. And just remember our mission, Isaiah 42:7. We're here to open blind eyes, to bring out the prisoners from the prison and them to sit in darkness out of the prison house. Until next time, let's go from lockup to legacy.